Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. There is a lot to accomplish today. I'm hoping to take care of many of the various issues that have been cropping up in our glorious nation over the last handful of years, in-game, of course. And though we might not be able to solve all the problems today in one sitting, I certainly hope to set us in the right direction, to sow the seeds of solutions, if you will, in the hopes of harvesting them in the next handful of seasons. But time will tell, as it always does, if our work today, actually results in any solutions. Folks, lots to do, like I said, so there isn't much time to waste on an introduction. Just want to mention, as always, if you've been enjoying the series, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in what I do on the channel and how I do it, and plus, I do read through all the comments. On top of that, I keep a mention of this to a minimum, so I try to do it only once a month at the start of a new month, but if you've really been enjoying this series on the channel, and maybe some of the other stuff on the channel as well, I humbly request that you consider becoming either a channel member or patron. Becoming a patron is done through Patreon. A link to that will be in the description down below and under the eye at the top right corner of the screen. And if you want to be a channel member instead and avoid using a third-party service, you can click the join button that should be just below this video. It is never an obligation, so don't think of it that way at all. That's why I try to keep the mention to a minimum, but it does really help in keeping the channel sustained and keeping especially these long-running series sustained, because Let's Plays, especially when they go on over a certain period of time, they tend to slow down in terms of viewership and things like that. So things like Patreon and channel memberships go a very long way in sort of assisting their continued production. I guess that's the best way to put it. But again, as always, it's not an obligation, folks. I am glad to have y'all watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing, whatever it might be. It all makes a world of difference. Now, let's get to work. And I don't think I'm anywhere near where I actually need to be for the work that needs to be done. Yes, if the punnage didn't give it away, this whole crop thing needs to be solved ASAP. We're going to get on that today. And I also want to take a look at some of the construction stuff. I think I more or less promised last session that most of today's session will be in double speed, because we've got a lot of construction work going on. But there's a touch of planning I want to do before I hit that double speed button. Excellent suggestion coming through in the comments. That really I should have... What's happened is, I like the idea of an interconnected, or I guess intra-connected nation. Because we're talking about internal connections. I like the idea of one city relying on another for its work and vice versa, because that's kind of how the real world works, right? Like, you get certain resources in certain parts of the country, and they export to other parts of the country to use it. And I think I've gotten overly attached to that, which is why, in the case that I'm about to solve right now, we've had the prefab panels produced up over here, and then shipped down several, I don't know how many kilometers, several hundred, tens of kilometers, I don't know. But they've been shipped so far away over to Zavodsk 1337, and it's been so slow, whereas I have the raw materials available in the area to actually produce prefab panels right down here. Now, that is obviously dependent on the fact that I can maybe find the prefab panel factory again. It's one of those weird ones. I think it's under, oh no, I think it might be, nope, it's not. Because prefabs are construction related, 100%, but God forbid they show up here unless I've missed them. No, okay. I believe they are under gravel, because they are gravel related. Yeah, there we go. It's just so weird to me. So as you can see, they need gravel and cement, both things that we have available in this area. We've got gravel coming through here, and we've got cement obviously coming through here. The issue is space, but that is an issue that we can solve, I think, relatively... I was going to say relatively easily, but it is a big building, isn't it? It is a big building. Awesome. I mean, again, we can just get trucks to ship the cement and stuff over. That is always an option. Let's not forget. It's too bad about the gravel, though I do think we've got gravel coming out this way, then going down that way. I wonder if we could get some more gravel out from here and over and push it down this way or something. That would be quite helpful. This is why I want to do this on pause, because I want to get this going as soon as possible, and we might actually auto-build this just so it's done. We can get prefab panels built over here, shipped to the storage area, and then it'll help in making construction so much faster on this side of the river. It makes perfect sense, and I should have done it a lot sooner. Just didn't, I guess, occur to me because I was being kind of stubborn about the inter-city working. But again, that kind of stuff, there's still a lot of room for that. For example, you know, down over here near Uprisinggrad is where we have most of our iron processing and mining going on. We're going to have oil coming from down here because those resources are just straight up not available near Veterinkagrad. So that's where I should apply that kind of logic, because that's what also, again, happens in the real world. It's not like a city ignores the raw materials available to it unless for, you know, I don't know, environmental reasons or something. So yeah, we'll find that, we'll strike that perfect balance. Now, this is a pretty dense area already, so... And I guess I could pop you down over here, and we might be able to get gravel at least coming over. The factory connection, I'm probably better off, yeah, trucking things from the cement plant to here, so we'll keep a close connection here. Ample due to infrastructure, need to flatten terrain, a couple issues going on here, but issues we should be able to solve. All right, let's go ahead and level terrain, flatten this out. Because again, we're not averse to flattening things in this area. We don't want to blow out the side of a mountain, because that always feels kind of cheap to me. I like the idea of trying to stick to the limitations of the terrain to a degree, depending on the kind of construction we're doing. Again, that's why, you know, Brixtonia is minimal terrain modification, whereas Uprisinggrad is, yeah, this is supposed to be a big city, so we are blowing out... Well, we're terraforming a little bit, but we still haven't blown out the side of a mountain for even Uprisinggrad, so I don't want to do that here either. Oh, I saw it yellow somewhere over here, I thought. Kind of far out. I'd like to get a little bit closer. Need flat terrain. Where's the problem? The infrastructure up there is the problem. I'll flatten the terrain using this, because typically that lets us get a little bit closer to roads and things like that. There we go, just a touch at a time. I just want to minimize the distances, you know? Minimize the distances the trucks have to go, minimize the distances all the construction needs to be done. We're not on auto build, okay, good. We need to get our conveyor belts done first, because this is going to be an interesting journey over here. I'll probably need to do the modded ones. I'll probably need to go ahead and get... Where are you, buddy? Conveyor belt. 1 high in, 6 high out. Just because that way, if we want to spread it into more directions, we'll have that option. 1 high in, 6 out. Get you facing like that. Now, squeezing the belt through here might be a problem. It might actually not work. So, time will tell, right? Let's go ahead and pop you down over here, because we know that connection will work, so that's good. Come on now, there we go. Flatten the train, pop you down like so. All right. And then we need our actual belt, hopefully. I don't know if that'll allow it to, Oh, hello. Oh, come on, tell me. All right, hold on a second. We've got something here. We've got something here. We all saw it. We all saw it. Okay, where are you? Over here, can't build the infrastructure still. Keep you going, no. I'm guessing this building gets in the way. All right. Yeah, we might be in trouble. Might be in trouble here in terms of fitting. Come on, perseverance. A little bit of rotation maybe? Oh, yes. Yes, that feels so good. It makes me inexplicably happy to see that work, because I was so sure it wasn't going to. I was so sure it wasn't going to. Too steep of a descent, that is not a problem that we have to worry about. We can just smooth this out a little bit. Might need to... Yeah, there we go. We got this. We got this. A little bit of uphill's not the end of the world. There we go. You see, I buy that. And plus, besides, these two are the only spots that need to really transfer materials. So, we've got our prefab panels factory with access to cement and access to gravel. Of course, we have to make sure our gravel supply stays up. I'm going to keep prefab panels coming down as well, though eventually I might want to stop that train completely and have it bring down gravel instead as well. The question becomes, are we able to supply workers over here? Now, the cement plant is getting workers through a direct, yes, drop-off, I believe, of what kind of vehicle is this? This is the minibus, right? Yeah. Alright. So I might need to get another one of these to drop people off over here. I kind of wish there was a bus stop here that helps spread all the workers around, rather than having to individually drop people off. Though really, it's not a bad thing. I mean, we need 30 workers here. I think I'm fine with this. Could always put a bus stop down. Let's stick with this for now. But let's go ahead and see if we can't get another one of these little tiny microbuses, mini buses, whatever you want to call it. Because actually, let me check something real quick here. How many people does it take? Over here, it takes 65 people. Oh my god. Alright, okay, that actually, that changes things a little bit. 65 people. Get a proper bus bringing all the workers up here. I mean, we don't need to be working at maximum efficiency at all times. We just need to be, you know, efficient. Hold on, going too far south here. This nation's getting massive. Okay, 65. I mean, half efficiency, I suppose. All right, let's try it for now. I hope I don't end up kicking myself over this. But let's get you starting over at this stop, loading people up, and then you're coming down to here after it's done to unload people. But obviously I can't do that yet because the construction's not done. Let's go ahead and commission you. It's only 166k. It's nothing. Right, let's commission you. Let's commission you. Should check the price on that. That's 22. This is 96. That's probably 200, 220, 220, 320, 340. So 400k, so we'll be at 11.5 approximately if I've done my math right. Let's just check. Gonna hit play. I think I'm fine with these roads like this. Yeah, let's hit play. Oh, right, sorry, I should have checked. We're at 11.96, 2665 for our 21 pluses. Unemployment is almost at 1,000. That's becoming a serious problem. We need to find jobs for people ASAP. And as far as our economy is concerned, 1989, am I aiming to reduce our import of resources? Let's see. What could I do? A lot of this stuff is construction stuff, isn't it? Crops. It really bums me out that we had to start importing crops again, but we'll try to solve that. Iron ore is a big one. Fuel. A lot of iron ore. And that is a lot of iron ore. Alright, well, hey. I don't know if 1989 is going to be a time of reduction over here, but maybe 1990. As we enter into the 90s, we might want to try and become a bit more self-sustaining again. This is an unfortunate evolution of the situation, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's go ahead and hit play, right? All this is being built up, so again, we'll end up around 11.5-ish, if I'm not mistaken. I'm so glad the belts worked out. Oh man, and I'm so glad that auto-connecting exists now, because you no longer have to build, delete, build, delete, build, flatten, unflatten, build, delete. It's just, oh my god. Just getting trauma thinking about how we used to have to put down belts and stuff. But this is good. This is good. This is good. Let's go ahead, and you're almost done. You're almost done. We'll get this assigned, and then we'll move on. And that should allow for enough prefab panels up at Veterinkagrad, as well as down by, you know, everything near Zavodsk 1337 should have better access to prefab panels. And that should really help us in... oh, look at that. Immediately gravel arrives. People aren't even here yet. But this should really help us build everything up so much faster. Let's get you started, buddy. Let's go. And this should be good for us. We are without power supply here. Oh, I should have checked that, right? But it's okay. It's okay. The closest power is over here. It goes on down to here. I could add another switch over here. So let's go to our mod, because we want to use our, you know, rural-looking stuff here. So power substation. No, I want to do a switch. Power substation. Power transformer. There we go. There's our switch tower. I like how the switch tower looks. We'll get you over here, I suppose. Remove you. Build you facing that way. I should have waited until the sun was up because I can barely see. Let's get our substation down as well. Over here, just as a reminder, even though the substation has all those connections aren't actually real connections. Only one of them works. It doesn't actually do like throughput. Alright, so back to infrastructure. Let's get our, I believe it's these ones. No, is it the highest? It's not the highest one. Is it? Oh, it is, huh? What do you know? Alright, let's connect you. Let's connect you. Connect you. And that ought to do the trick there. Let's go ahead and pay for all that, of course. Pay for you as well. And you here too. Done and done and done. Should solve that problem. Beautiful. Missing cement, so we got to make sure we get cement flowing through. Let's get... I mean, I could get a distribution office doing it. Or I could just keep this topped up at all times. Because it's not like the distribution offices would be doing anything else. I mean, the funny thing is I could also build a prefab panel down over here. I just want to address that right now. We have gravel over here. We're shipping cement down, though. And I guess, yes, we could ship cement down to another prefab panel factory down over here, too. But I'm already at the limit of how, quote-unquote, dirty I want the air to be down by Uprising Grad, so to speak. So I didn't want to put it down over there. I'd rather it be up over here, you know, near the farms and stuff where clean air doesn't matter. Alright, sorry, where were we? Cement, right. I think I'm just going to go ahead and straight up buy vehicles and assign them the task. So cement is moved by cement tanks. Let's go ahead with the cheaper option. It's a little bit slower, but the distance it's traveling is next to nothing, so that's fine. I think just the one should be enough for now, because what we're going to do is we're going to load here and unload here. Yep. Begin. We're going to have a bit of a head start, aren't we? Because until the workers arrive, we're not going to see any of the gravel get used up. We're not obviously going to see any cement get used up. So hopefully a couple of trips is all it'll take for the cement to get topped up over here. And that would be huge. Now, coal, I need to remember to bring coal up here as well when the time comes. And I also need to remember to actually get a truck. I'm trying to figure out if I want a distribution office to bring prefab panels from there to here. Might not be a terrible idea. Rather than having a dedicated truck. But the Zavodsk Road Cargo Station is currently a target to have prefab panels loaded from. Okay, I guess what we can do is we can also set unload. No, I'm gonna get a separate truck for this, maybe even two. I don't know. We can always reassign the vehicles, right? So if let's just go ahead and do this as a quick solution for now, and then later on we'll rip the band-aid off and we'll figure out if we should use the distribution office instead. I feel like ultimately the distribution office will allow for a more organized management kind of overall across the board, but for now I just want to kind of crunch as many prefab panels over as we can. So let's go ahead and get a pair of these vehicles, and we'll get them both to go here, load up on prefab panels, and then go over to here to unload prefab panels. Start you off and copy that over to your friend there. We'll get them started up as well. Cool. That should be good. Now the vehicle will come up here, drive down, go over this way, loop around, and come over here. Now this is a very busy part of our... Oh, you're taking the rail construction office. Just wait until unloaded. At the rail construction office, we might as well, right? No reason to keep going back for more until you've been emptied out, because otherwise we're just clogging the system up. I think that makes sense. Because otherwise we're, yeah, just clogging the roundabout up. Alright, cool. On the topic of roundabouts, let's see what the situation is over here, because we will be doing a one-way roundabout setup over here as well. But obviously we have to wait until the roads are done. What's the deal up over here? Construction progress is being seen. Yep, we're seeing some of these apartment complexes getting built up and stuff as well. Yeah, one big concern I do have is We've got schools, we've got sports, we've got food, clothing, electronics. It's all available. It's all available. I'm sorry, are you guys not able to reach the, I'm sure once we have the higher quality roads built, we'll be fine. Oh god, I hope so. Otherwise, I'll have to build a mirror up over here. Pretty happy, actually, with this expansion. Oh man, it's so wild to see how big the city's gotten. Nonetheless, okay, so as that's happening, is it time to add more farms to our collection here? Because crops, as you can see, I mean, what's going on here? You're empty right now. You are being emptied. That livestock farm, right? It just keeps pulling. It just keeps pulling. And up over here, what are we looking at? Food is maxed out. See, until crops up over here get maxed out, I won't feel super comfortable because they get pulled down to here so often. Now, this is actually quite good to see. This is more than it was before. You know, honestly, I don't think we might actually not need more fields. We might just need patience. That's what it feels like, eh? God damn. But in all seriousness, these guys are going to the warehouse. The warehouse is at, let's see, if this truck is dropping off, you are not. We're at 20%, not 20%, we're at 20 out of 90, 2 out of 9. That does not help. We're at approximately, what, 18% capacity right now? More trucks coming through. Like, if this thing gets to, you know, 60% capacity, what's the deal here? The distillery has crops. Food factory has crops. You are delivering some as we speak. You go to the food factory and the distillery, okay. You only get to the distillery if the food factory is topped up, alright. This thing still has some. I want to see, where's the train right now? The grain train. There it is, 108 tons, obviously, because we're importing. And what's the deal down over here? We're topping you up as well, alright. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have more farms. I mean, it doesn't cost me anything. So I can always do it. All it costs me is space. The question ends up being, like, how much further do we want to push our next city development down over here? Or do we build more farms up over here and have them truck everything down to the silo over there? It is an option. We can get more fields over here as well. Get a little bit closer and closer to Train Rexky over there. Alright, see, so now the grain storage over here is... Okay, no, right, obviously we're still buying here, but the grain storage up over here at Train Rexky has been emptied out. At the same time, it's the livestock train. The grain train is really slow. I wonder if I should get a different train for it, like a different locomotive for it. And what's the meat situation like? Livestock is really just topped up, isn't it? Livestock is really topped up. Kind of getting backed up over there. In comes the grain, right? Now here's the crop distribution again, and you can see again at Train Rexky warehouse, we're not even using the crops all that quickly. We've got fabric. Fabric being turned to clothes. Clothes being immediately picked up right now by some trucks, I assume. Yep. But as you can see, the warehouse here is stagnant. We're not seeing a drain here, which is kind of wild, actually, because there is a... I guess it's waiting until it needs to pull, so fine, fair enough. But we're not seeing a drain. That's what matters. Crops just got dropped off over here. They're being picked up to be taken to the food factory and the distillery. Okay. Where food is maxed out and alcohol is not. Alcohol isn't a big deal for us anyway. Like, our folks don't drink all that much alcohol, which is really quite good to see. One less thing that we have to constantly keep an eye on. But what if we... Alright, let's go ahead and reduce this to 70-ish%. Just so there is a little bit of a spread. You're coming through. I'm going to drop another 12 tons off, right? Again, I feel like we're okay right now. Sure. For now, I think we're fine. Though if we do want to expand, See, the reason why I'm so hesitant to expand is like I was saying earlier, it's like, okay, how far do we want to push the next major city? And we do need to leave space for the supply of food to that next major city as well, right? So like, if I build more fields down over here, we continue to push the next city further down this way, that makes the connection to Zavodsk pretty difficult. What I would like to do is have the next major city in this kind of area over here, potentially. The next oil is available up there, so I wouldn't mind having the city kind of crop up over here and the industrial sector for it if there needs to be one up over there. And actually, let me check something. Where is nuclear anything available in this area? Seems yes. Oh, it seems over here. Let me check. Power. Uranium mine. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, so this would be a good spot to get a uranium mine going. We can start looking at nuclear power and stuff relatively soon if we want to. Pop it down over here, some over here. So both sides of the river over here. Wow, that really kind of says something, doesn't it? Wouldn't be a terrible idea as far as development goes, because our spot over here, unfortunately, we have kind of built all around it. This was because we started developing this before uranium was a thing. And I don't really want uranium mining to happen so close to what's supposed to be this beautiful, beautiful city, right? It just seems kind of off. Yes, we have iron mining and stuff, but that's all quote-unquote safe materials, whereas a uranium mine, I don't know. So that's why, like, it's also a good excuse for us to expand further. Otherwise, I don't want to just take up one corner of the map. I want to expand, right? So this is probably where we'll want the city to be, or where we'll want the mining to be. So the city, yeah, we probably want up over here. And Zavodsk, my hope was if we were to get the city over here, which I was initially planning without even looking at the uranium, and we can see it is near oil. Yeah, oil, uranium, no iron nearby, lots of coal. So lots of raw resources available in the area. I would love to have this connection over here, like be the bridge, road and rail, so that all the construction material can be brought from here up to here, right? So expanding down that way, not really something I want to do. Expanding this way, we've got these giant mountains that will block any more farms or any more fields, unless I want to do a bunch of small ones, which is kind of inefficient. We can, of course, expand up this way. That's not a problem, I suppose. And that seems like what we're going to have to do, but you can see why I'm sort of hesitating. Like, which way I want to push and how quickly, when and where, etc., etc. So I hope y'all don't mind the hesitation there, but I do think a couple more months of importing crops and we'll be at an okay spot, as we keep dropping crops off over here and keep a seemingly sustainable supply. Because you can see over here as well, we're at about a third capacity. Veteran Red Cinema, it'll be taken care of. Nothing to worry about there. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I'm putting my faith in the system right now, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's go ahead and double speed it all, though. That'll be another tell for us. Actually, before we double speed it, one last thing to check. Over here, we have food, we have clothes, we have meat. Excellent. Over here, food, yes, clothes, and meat as well, but food I would like to have some more of. We're like barely sustaining over here. Hopefully more trucks are coming through to drop some off. We're hanging on. It's not being drained too quickly, which is good. Currently heading to this building. Clothes. You're gonna... Nope. You're here to pick up. You're here to pick up as well. That's the thing I really need to solve, is bringing food here from Trainwrecksky faster. I think that's the thing we have to solve. Well, we'll take a look at that. And then down over here, what's the deal? Lack of food. So I do think we have a truck coming over. No, you've got clothes. Don't need no clothes over here. You can't eat clothes. Can't eat the shirts and jeans. Alright. See, a big problem with Trainwrecksky is that it was built in a different era entirely. Before I understood how best to connect to distribution networks and stuff. These guys are coming to pick up meat. Yep, you're picking up meat as well. You've got food, alright. I think I just need more of these food trucks, honestly. Food trucks. Yeah, I think we need maybe a couple more of these. Or get one of these. Sure, you know what? Let's get you copied over to this. Let's get you started. Just deliver more at a time, right? Because that's the problem that we're seeing. The problem is our central distribution hub over here. So just to explain to those of you that kind of joined us a little bit later, in the darkness, I guess, we have our food and stuff being produced over here. Food, meat, clothes, it's all being produced over here. And what we did significantly later into the playthrough is we tried to build a bit of a distribution hub close to the center of Veterinka, or what will eventually be its, center-ish. Here we have this road cargo station, which receives food, clothes, and alcohol, I think, as well. Yeah, because we've set up for it, yeah. And drops it all off at this warehouse over here. We also have this meat storage, which is topped up. There's always a supply of meat. And all that's connected not only to the small shopping center in this area, but all the other shopping centers send their trucks to this cargo station and to this meat storage to pick up the goods and distribute them down over here, up over here. So this is kind of our central hub. Things get produced over here, they get brought over here, and from here the distribution happens. So we were kind of building a distribution office without the mechanics and systems for it, I suppose. We had a two-tiered distribution system going, but its efficiency is well, the issue is the efficiency of our production. I think, not our distribution. Or it became our production, though we've picked that up now. We just have to make up the gap. Now you can see crops are missing now, which is a problem, but we have crops up over here. So this is a problem we've had before as well. Not a big deal. It'll be solved as soon as this truck comes through, and as soon as the next train comes through as well, which it should be doing soon, hopefully. Yeah, we need to bring crops over faster. All right, let's go ahead and get this ship over here moving. We've got steel, we've got bricks. Let's go ahead and get you moving right away. Let's force the move here. Because down over here, we're going to need steel, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to need steel urgently. Over here, are we producing prefab panels? We are. We are topped up on prefab panels. Need to drop them off a little bit more. How you doing, buddy? Loading up, yep. Might need more trucks. And the reason why I'm keeping everything picking up prefab panels from there is what? Because I guess I don't want this thing to be backed up when there's just 2 slots, I suppose. And again, this becomes a central hub of distribution where, things get picked up there and either sent around here or they get pulled down here if necessary. I think, you know what? Yeah, we could do with maybe another one of these trucks. Or, alright, fine. Let's experiment with this. Let's see. If I say at Zavusk cargo station, we will also unload prefab panels if the storage is below 30%. And if I were to add you as a source of loading prefab panels, then what happens? Well, it's not like any of the trucks are available here right now. Yeah, I think I need some more dedicated trucks as well. And hopefully that doesn't break everything. You're coming through with some more prefab panels as well. That's good and helpful. Right now, it's going to accelerate construction a fair bit at least, so let's keep that going. Like I said, I don't really want to replace that. But what's the deal up over here? The prefab panels are a problem up over here as a result of that. Are they? Yeah, it seems they might be. Some of these spots are being built just fine, though. I love the places that just need bricks and boards and steel. Fair enough. I think we're maybe okay. I might want to maybe reduce how many prefab panels that train starts bringing down right away. Just because we have our local supply now as well, right? So let's go ahead and find load. Let's go with 60%. Let's go with 50%, approximately, right? Because that takes us to 67 tons. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I apologize. That takes us to 67 tons, brought down every so often, which I think should be enough, supplemented by the prefab panels produced over here. And you can see how quickly we're producing. Cement is still topped up. Gravel is still, you know, fantastic looking. So that's all good. Let's go ahead and actually, I like seeing this thing be cleared. Beautiful. But yes, let's go ahead and add ourselves some more open hull. Where are you? Open hull, there we go. I was like, I'm blind. There we go. Let's add a couple more of these. Get your schedule duplicated over. The thing is, road cargo stations are also faster loading and unloading. Oh, hey, that's the distribution office, actually. Nice. I was like, where's my copy schedule button? Doesn't exist because that's not a schedule that I've set. Beautiful. That makes me actually very happy to see that it did work the way I intended it to. Alright, let's double speed it, folks. Get all this stuff rolling, right? The other thing that I need to keep an eye on and take care of is the situation here, where food is trickling very slowly. Very, very slowly into this warehouse and down, and I'm not sure what's causing that. Because we're topped up here, but this warehouse, for some reason, is just not pulling the food quickly enough. I've never seen food load so slowly. And I saw no solutions proposed in the comments of the previous episode or anything, but if y'all have any ideas, please don't hesitate to share. I would love to know what the deal is over here. Do we have any workers coming through? I believe we have a couple of workers, literally a couple of workers coming through. And now we're producing food as well as pushing some through, I hope. Guess you're done loading. You just picked up electrical components? What? What are you doing? Okay. Let's dump everything first. That's a wasted truck otherwise. Yeah, man, just not sure. 2.1 tons, and it's just sitting there. Still loading. Alright, a few more workers arriving over here. Seems to be moving faster now. I guess, yeah, we just have to... That's really weird. I guess the surplus beyond 15 is all that's being pulled over here. That doesn't make any sense. Is it possible? No, we can only discard. We can't reduce the amount of local, like, you know, self-storage, I guess. So, fair enough. I guess we just need to make sure more workers are coming down here more often. And the best way to do that is what we're doing up here already, which is building more housing. You can see everything being delivered over here. And these guys will all go down to the bus stop over here to head over to their, you know, jobs down in Ruralinski. These names, man. These names. We also got our schools and stuff going on over here. This will be good. This will be done soon, I hope. The gym there. Any of these almost done? Actually, still a fair bit of work to do. Lots of resources still need to be delivered as well. You need workers. I mean, again, all the workers are coming from this area, right? Like, they're walking right up to get to their construction sites, if I'm not mistaken. And Uprising Grad being under construction at the same time is obviously pulling some workers away. Did we just finish you, or have you been finished for a long time? It's so hard to keep a track. You are still under construction. 343 tons of prefab panels still needed. 189 tons of prefab panels. Well, at least it'll be more quickly supplied now. What are we looking at here? 2,700, over 1,100 unemployed. Can I see the unemployed? Worker was unemployed yesterday. Okay, I can. These guys seem to all have employment available to them. That's great. Uprising Grad. Here we have a massive issue with unemployment. What's the deal here? How are you possibly unemployed when there's all this construction going on nearby? You can't reach any of it. Ah, okay, interesting. You can reach some of it. We have resources available here. Though I guess we need more prefab panels. Okay, okay. Sounds like these guys are just being lazy to me. Trying to figure out a way to connect them to some of these construction sites, potentially. Don't know if I can, honestly. Don't think I can. We'll need to figure that out. Because these guys as well, they're not able to get down to any of these construction sites. I can get up to those ones, though. Prize construction is not assigned. Okay, that's why. Alright. So let's go ahead and get to work on that. Hopefully that will get some people coming up here. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. You can see these numbers dropping right away. Wonderful. And these guys as well, I should hope. Okay, good stuff. Now, all these people will be able to go up to that bus stop eventually and be taken down to, you know, everything down over here. So, unemployment is high right now at Uprising Grad, but it shall rise up from those standards and situations. Over here, these people should be okay for work if they... It's just that we have to make sure that buses and stuff are arriving on time. I do really wish that schedules were a thing. That would be really quite nice. Alright, unemployment has dropped significantly with the opening of that construction site. We can see unemployment over here is not really an issue. We were looking at worker was unemployed yesterday. Not really a problem. A couple... okay, a little bit of issue over there, a little bit of an issue over here. But not the same as what we have at Uprising Grad, which is a good thing to see. Over here, 41 people unemployed over here. How come? Lots living with their parents. That's a problem. I wonder where I want to move them. Because you don't really need anything more over here. I could build what? What needs building here? Nothing really. Jobs are still available in the area. I mean, what we could do is we could build some more housing and stop as many people being trained into to train Rexki. That's a potential solution, but this is peanuts compared to the bigger issues at Uprising Grad and maybe even over here. I mean, do some of these folks need to work elsewhere? No kindergarten. Is that why? Now, that's the thing. Is this overlap or are they two different numbers? Because I can look at them separately. It looks like they're two different numbers. I don't know if there is an overlap. We might want to get another kindergarten down over here. See, this one is, yeah, fully topped up. Getting another kindergarten down over here would also mean more jobs for some of the folks over here. Maybe we need another school here as well. Can't go to school. Yeah, you know what? Let's get some education going on over here. Back near some of the oldest parts of our old city. I don't know what we can fit in this area. It's a pretty tight fit. But evidently we need... Oh, man. We definitely need... education. Yes, okay. Good to know. We'll see what we can fit over here. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. And up over here... construction continues. Indeed it does. Oh, hey, that looks like... Yes. Look at that. Immediately so many people have arrived here without power supply. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Where's my closest distribution point? Are you seriously not able to get power over to here? That doesn't make any sense. How does that make any sense? Look at that. It should be able to go 294 meters. Okay. Yeah, something over here should be able to reach... Oh, it's just short. That's wild. That's wild. Okay, not a problem, because we've got this distribution point over there. We can go ahead and pop you down. Let's see. Almost everything should have power. We can put you down over here. A bit of a redundancy, which is never a bad idea, really. Pop you down, let's say, over here. Flat terrain. There we go. Auto build this, of course. And then let's get our medium connection. Go over, down, over, and across. There we go. Pay for all of you. Pay for you as well. Now we should be okay. Yes. Unable to get food and stuff, though. Man. Right, that's why we wanted this thing to be built first. Not assigned to a construction office? What? Hang on a second. When did that happen? When did that happen? Need to get this thing done. Get all 3 of you selected. Go ahead and assign. There we go. Assign. There we go. Sources without boards or prefab panels. Yikes. And look at that. The iron is being completely consumed. You have like no steel. You should stop exporting steel. We need to stop shipping steel. What has happened here? How has that happened here? Hopefully we're able to solve that pretty quickly. Alright, we're having some interesting issues now. Some different issues are arriving. Huh, okay. Haven't had this problem in a long time. I mean, obviously the aggregate storage will be drained until this thing gets topped up. We should keep an eye on this number over here. As long as we can keep our worker supply coming up to Rostinsky, we should be fine. We need to keep our production rate up over here. Could allow some of these others to get into operation. Interesting predicament. Trains here are moving fine. These guys are going to be in trouble. They're not going to be able to eat. They're not going to be able to play sports. Nothing. They got nothing up there. They'll be upset for a little while, but at least they'll also be able to provide assistance in all the construction going on over here. As soon as the kindergarten and the schools are done. Can they actually reach the school over here? They cannot. So I guess why we're building the school over here. Hang on. Am I not able to... There we go, we can do that kind of a thing. And connect this as well, so now they can go to the school over here. Okay, good. Not hurt our education, right? And what about the kindergarten? Where is the kindergarten? That's this one being built. Alright. It's going to be interesting. This is a very interesting situation. Because on the one hand, I wanted to get people out of living with their family, but now I've rushed it a little too much. You know what I should do is I should actually stop some of this construction over here. Otherwise, we're just going to get a bunch of people who are starving and unhappy. Yeah, suspend all this. Couldn't see the forest for the trees. Couldn't see the forest for the trees. That was my bad. Suspend you as well. All of this. All this must stop. We need to get the supply system up and running first. Make sure people are... The people that do move in here, as soon as they do, are able to get everything they need. Which means sports, education is fine, yep. Let's get you done as well. This thing, especially. All the food and stuff, you know, kind of important. And again, I don't mind buying food and stuff for a while first, but... eventually I want to be able to supply it all. I'm able to visit the hospital. Now the hospital... Where is the closest hospital? Thought we had one down over here, and I thought... Yeah, we'll have coverage. And I guess they want to be able to walk to it. I could put another hospital up over here. If necessary, because the other closest hospital is all the way over there. Which also has coverage, I think. Yeah. But... no harm in putting a hospital down up over here, perhaps. Hospital and fire, just for quicker response times. But all that after some of this stuff is taken care of. Because if somebody here falls ill, they will get picked up by our ambulances and stuff, so you don't have to worry so much about that. The question is, are you able to walk over to the train station? You are not. Do we want to get that going? Temporarily, at least. Let's see, if I pull you down to here... I might actually have to do something like... this. And I cannot have it rotate the other way, unfortunately. Wish I understood the limitations of the rotation. That kind of a thing. So now these people can get to the train station over here if they're looking for work. They'll be taken up there. Steel is backing up. Okay, that's good. Iron's starting to load up as well. Iron's starting to, well, not really load up there, but we're seeing it load up over here. And again, once we have a surplus there, it'll trickle up, I guess. Over here, we're missing crops. What about over here? Here, we're topped up on crops. Okay, good. Good. Progress, right? That's good. And then down over here, what's the deal? And it's just a matter of workers arriving to help load up these trucks. Alright. Okay. Gotcha. Down over here, do we have food? We do not. We have food here. We do not. Neither food nor meat. Now, hold on a second. What's the problem with meat? I thought meat was doing alright. Oh, no, we're actually quite low on meat. Well, I guess that makes sense. We've got crops here, but no workers. Yeah, see, that's the thing. All the construction going on over here has drawn all the workers away from Ruralinski, and so that's kind of causing us some issues right now. But it's okay. The construction is going to be finishing soon. This is all very important. These kinds of developments are extremely important. Some of the stuff will be done soon, and then people will be going to that bus stop. More people than ever before will be going to that bus stop to get work done. Unemployment has dropped rather significantly. It's on the rise again a little bit right now, but significant drop is quite good to see. Adults 21 plus is probably a smaller problem, honestly, but it is on the rise. Brickstonia Kindergarten's on fire. Didn't it just get built? It did. We do have the fire station down here, though, so I trust it'll be taken care of. Yeah, there we go. It's already being taken care of. I was like, save the children? Question mark? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Construction here continues, and what about Uprisinggrad? Lots of progress happening over here. About time. Down over here. Almost done this one. Almost done this one. Oh, it's surprising how having resources on hand can make a difference to construction projects, eh? It's almost like you need the raw materials to produce the finished product. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk? Our distribution of prefab panels seems to be doing well. Right? Prefab panels are loaded up over here. What about down by the construction sites, or offices, I would say, of, Trirov? Where are my prefab panels over here? Looks like we have some coming through. Yeah, we do. Okay. The distribution is working. And it's immediately being picked up and obviously sent to where it needs to be sent for construction. So that's fine. It's fine if this is 0 anywhere, as long as it's because those resources are being put to use. And we're seeing some really good progress down here as well, actually. Bringing people down. Yep. These have been built. Where are all these people headed, though? I guess down to here. Still need lots of concrete. Oh, no, lots of steel and mechanical components. Alright, well, what's the deal with steel? What's the deal with steel? Because I saw it was empty down here. And if I'm not mistaken, it's empty up over here as well. Very little steel over here. Okay. This is going to start to become a bit of a problem, isn't it? Especially because we have all this construction going on over here. That's the thing. That steel is being used right up. Who's picking it up right now? The train shouldn't be picking it up. We have a truck in here that I can't see. Hang on a second. Do not see a steel truck. I mean, the mechanical components obviously are also consuming steel. So I guess that's what's doing it right now. Once mechanical components get topped up, that's when the steel starts filling up. Okay, cool. Fair enough. What's the deal here? Are you stuck? Of course you're stuck. Waiting on this train. That train will probably go up there, and then this train will come down over here. Is my understanding of it. I don't think we're actually seeing a jam over here. Yeah, I don't think we're seeing a jam over here. I was like, what do I do? How pressed am I? I'm not. We're fine. You know what? I want to say it. I'm gonna pass the judgment. We're probably fine down there. Okay. Double speed really reveals cracks, doesn't it? Now, steel and stuff is being used up down here as well. Let's go ahead and get this... No, you know what? No. The headquarters cannot be completed until the needs of the people are met. What kind of an example are we setting otherwise, right? Concrete, steel. Lots of construction offices working away at it. Concrete's hilarious how slowly it trickles in. 204 tons needed. My lord. It's kind of silly how slowly... Not silly... It's silly looking how slowly it trickles in. I don't want to imply that I think the game is being dumb or anything with that statement. Yeah, I want both of these gyms done. I want this kindergarten done for sure. Boards and steel, all we need over here. And looks like some of the steel might be coming through right now. Where are you headed? No, you're headed here. That's fine. We need steel here as well. 14 tons. Very close to finished. Oh my god. Not if you bring 2 tons at a time, buddy. Not if you bring 2 tons at a time. I wonder if we should... Well, we're backed up over here, so you know what? That's actually good. Because now the steel's going to get backed up over here, and then the iron's going to get backed up over here, which is great. Surplus is good. Backed up is typically associated as a... or is typically got a negative connotation to it. But in this situation, that is definitely a good thing. On the topic of backed up, I don't think we've seen a traffic jam in a while, which is good, but I might have just jinxed it. Yeah, no, we're good. We're rolling. Food's looking good there, but how about down over here? Alright. Alright. Okay, we got food here. We have food here? No, we don't have food here. Hopefully it's being picked up, though. Oh, did we just get loaded up? Oh, we did. Wow, that's funny. Talk about timing. And down over here we are. Good. Cool. Alright. Okay. Hopefully fewer starving people in the near future. Right? Remember when these flats had like next to no issues? Remember those days? Oh crap, you know what I just forgot? Jeez. Completely slipped my mind to build the kindergartens and schools over here. Just occurred to me. Just reoccurred to me, I should say. Kindergarten. Okay, we can fit. School. We can fit the small ones, but what about the modded ones? What about the modded ones? Big kindergarten. Need flat terrain. I don't know if I want to put it across from... Have it right next to the capital there. Oh, you know what? I kind of like the idea behind that. Like this is one of those elite kindergartens or something. Or it's like a particularly prestigious one. That's why it's near the headquarters. I don't... I kind of like that, actually. And we can get the giant school next to it as well. This becomes an entire education complex, right? I'm gonna think about... Alternatively, we go with the smaller ones, which I think will do the trick as well. 89. We take a look at the issue here. Yeah, I think a smaller kindergarten would be okay down here, because this is 89, not at full staff, right? I think a smaller kindergarten would be fine over here. And a school as well. We definitely need a school. I wonder if we need the bigger school, though. We can fit the bigger school up over here, I think. That flat terrain, it's like, come on. Flat enough. I guess I gotta raise all this up, eh? Alright. I like the idea of the schools and stuff back over here, but I also like the idea of them right next to the, I mean, either way, they're right next to our headquarters. However, on one hand, we've got the tracks dividing them, which feels like a bigger separator than just a road, right? There's something about tracks, in my mind at least, that acts as a bigger divider. Need flat terrain still. Oh, come on, game, come on. You know you want to work. You know you want this to be easy to do. It's December of 1988. Man, time really flies when you're playing at double speed. Alright, here we go. Come on now. Raise that terrain. Let's go ahead and use the quicker tool here. It's so much faster. Infinitely faster. Alright, we can go ahead. Flatten you down over here. Can we buy some more real estate? Yeah, a little bit of nudging around. Flatten a bit more, just use the building to flatten when we can, right? Definitely want to get the school down over here, because I want to make sure we're getting basic education to all the people. Put you down over here. Not enough room for a kindergarten for sure. For sure, but kindergartens we can put down playgrounds instead, is the thing. Let's see, if I put you down over here, let's say. Right? Get a footpath connection. Over here, that'll cover our schooling. And for our kindergarten... Again, this one's way too big to fit over here, but we've got all these playgrounds that we can put down. And they should be able to fit. I'll put one down over here. These will be good, because they do need staff. Let's see employment over here. Yeah, we got some unemployment, so hopefully this will provide some of that as well. Let's go ahead and turn auto build on. Or actually, I guess we could plan it out first. Get a bigger one down over here. Will fit. So many options. I'm glad there are options. It's always nice to have options. None of the bigger ones will fit, unfortunately. Okay. Pop you down like so. Let's go ahead and get this like long-looking one down over here as well, potentially. Come on now. Can't go to the infrastructure. Oh, come on. Might have to all be the small ones. Come on. I know I saw I could build it somewhere. Jeez. Oh, there we go. There it is. And pop you down over there. Good stuff. Get another one over here? I don't think so. We get some of the bigger ones. That would be quite helpful. Just having some of these larger ones would be huge, I think. Even if we can't, it's not the end of the world. I'll put you down over here, I think. There we go. Playground right behind this building. I like that. Oh, if only I could get it. That's okay. We'll do this. Alright. Go ahead and build some of these out. Whoa, what happened there? Camera just jumped. Now let's fund you, fund you, fund you, and fund all of this as well. It's not that expensive or anything. We're at 11.8. We're almost at 12. I believe we actually hit 12. Alright, so hopefully unemployment is going to drop here a little bit, because we don't need that much staff for the playgrounds. Hopefully we're going to see, yeah, see, look at that. The playground can take 17 babies. So it's not bad, and these smaller ones can take 5. That's 10 right there, 17 down here. And it's a nice, you know, it's a nice little thing as well as far as, like, tone or whatever is concerned. December of 1988. What's the deal here? Still waiting on concrete. A lot less now, obviously. Concrete and boards. Steel being delivered up over here, looks like. Yeah, that must be the last of it. Good stuff, good stuff. Don't worry, folks. Things are coming your way. Things are coming your way. Hang in there. Hang in there. Jeez. 2,600. Hey, we are below 2,666, so we're okay there. Unemployment's at about 1,000, so that's a bit of a problem. Uprising grad continues to see. Come on. Yes, beautiful. Oh my god. Immediately filled up. Like, immediately. Well, not filled up, but, like, close to filled up. Down over here. Alright, no one lives there. That's good. I think a lot of people just can't move here, because you can only move to where you are within walking distance. So there's that. Might want to empty this and put people in there instead. However, we are waiting for, what, sports and stuff in the area, eh? Might need to build some complexes back over here. Varsity sports and stuff for, you know, university level sports. Yeah, that'll be good. Folks, it is January 1989. We're calling it a session over here. I think we've made some decent progress across the board. This lone building of workers is hopefully going to get some resources very soon, and hopefully they're not going to have. Oh, look at you can see the sword from over here. That's pretty epic, off in the distance. But yeah, there's still a lot to do. But I am pretty happy to see It looks like the crop situation is no longer as much of a problem. Oh, no. Maybe I spoke too soon. No, we still have food coming through. Maybe I shouldn't poke and prod too much and find something I don't want to find at this stage of a session when I'm supposed to be calling it. But yeah, we got food. Actually, we got food backing up at the warehouse over here. That is good. That is good. Steel became a bit of a problem temporarily, but I think we managed to steal ourselves through that struggle and make some progress there. And again, Uprising Grad is just good to see is continuing to develop. I mean, this is becoming a full-fledged what's it called? Metropolis? That's it's a population count, right? Metropolis is an indicator of population. This is big. This is big. I'm not just talking about the size of the buildings. This is huge. Oh, this is wild. I mean, it's wild to see it all coming together. Back down over here, good progress has been made as well. Yep. Yep. Good progress down there. And then, of course, we have our, hopefully our food supply over here. And, oh, how does Brickstonia? Yes. Good stuff. At least one of these has been completed. It'll start making a difference right away. It'll start making a difference right away. I love seeing these massive cranes working on these small buildings. But yeah, good progress, I think, across the board. Just a matter of bringing some of these things to completion. Again, money's looking good, everything's looking good. Some issues here and there with food and kindergartens and things like that. But we'll solve all those, right? We'll solve all those very soon, I hope. These playgrounds are quite nice. These playgrounds are quite nice. They're small, they're quaint, but they do the trick. That seesaw is completely out of balance. That seesaw would not work unless you had... I mean, the fulcrum is... Anyway, maybe it's not a seesaw. Maybe it's some Soviet game that I'm not familiar with. Educate me in the comments if you wish. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below as always. It makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel and what I do more or less of. And again, a reminder, if you want to be a channel member or patron, links are in the description down below, or you can click the join button below the video. On which note, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, до свидания.